So next question here, what is it like to work at a AAA games company? And we could go anywhere here. And also, not like we've been asked AAA game. We both worked at AAA games companies, and there will definitely be big differences between AAA, indie, and mobile. But we're just going to speak about our own experiences here. So yeah, Matt, what was it like working at a AAA games company?
My experience is, an interesting one as well, because I work for Activision Blizzard King, which is, Activision Blizzard is AAA, and then King is mobile, but then we're all sort of part of the same ecosystem, and obviously Microsoft kind of owns Activision Blizzard King. So my experience has been that whilst it's kind of interesting because it is a competitive industry for the most part, right? It sort of depends on the role a little bit, but it is a very desirable industry, and a very competitive industry, and kind of not always the easiest to get into. But from my experience, the people that are in it are, not only super smart and talented and skilled and got great experience, but like they're really nice. Like they're just really kind people. They're really empathetic. They're really thoughtful. They're really understanding. And I mean, that makes my job as a recruiter, a whole lot easier because, for example, even if there's like an interview process that's like maybe taking a little bit longer than we'd all like the feedback I always get from candidates speaking to the hiring managers, the interviewers, like, oh, we had such a great conversation. Like, it's kind of, it's established my interest even more and kind of wanted to join you guys, and that's great.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned that, because I often say people get into the games industry for the games, and then they stick around because of the people. Previously at other companies I worked at, I was like known as like being the gaming nerd in the office or something like that.
Yeah.
So being like the one gamer in a team or in a company, and then being surrounded by fellow gamers is great. You all have a shared interest, a shared mission, and passion for your work. So that is great. I think AAA games companies are there's obviously a quality bar that you need to hit, and also you need to be an advocate for as a recruiter. Obviously the quality of the candidates come in, and the standard of people that you work with is going to be incredibly high. I think when you start working at most AAA games companies will be international and based in many different countries, including my own direct teams when I worked at EA and Epic were spread out across multiple continents, and so I think you have to adapt your communication style depending on who you're working with, by their role, their own culture, their own microculture that they're in, and also just being incredibly flexible so that you can collaborate effectively at such a large scale. I think that's what the best AAA games companies do, is that they collaborate effectively with thousands and thousands of people all contributing towards one thing. And it's pretty incredible to see that happening behind the scenes. Like, Matt, you hire for a lot of the corporate side. Like, if all of those roles didn't exist, the company would exist. And then I hire a lot for like the game studio side, and obviously if those roles didn't exist, the games wouldn't exist. So it's like in some cases tens of thousands of people to ship one game. And so that is really great to see. One thing I do have to say, which is awesome, is that I take a lot of pride in the companies I work for. And so, naturally I'll just be like going to the supermarket or like hanging out with friends wearing like branded t-shirts and stuff. And yeah, games companies are also really cool.